It's very fast. It's blazing fast.
Yes.
It's blazing fast. Then I should go to the PDF. Yes. Okay, good. I've done this question. Okay.
Okay.
Good. So in fact, I want to talk about the long division question. Have you done the long division question?
Let's see, what question is it?
The partial fraction, the last, the first, yeah, the first. This polynomial question.
Question 4.
Yeah, question 4, yes.
Nope. I did try though.
You did try, but you didn't get it.
I stopped at 1.
You said you were pretty confident. Then how come?
No, like I didn't finish.
Yeah. So you have this, and then.
Let me read the question.
Never mind. You need to read the question again. I thought you did it yesterday. You should be like.
I know, but still.
Okay, hold up. Did you remember for the first half? The questions that you asked me, I remember them, you know? I remember them. It's like, okay, I remember them. I did not remember the question, but I remember.
You still remembered.
Yeah. And then those questions were like a week or 2 weeks ago. So I'm just telling you, if I don't do mathematics all the time. So if I show this kind of passion, so please show the same passion.
Okay.
Okay? Got it? Okay, good. So anyway, just show passion. Okay, so you have this polynomial. They say they have okay, so how this cubic polynomial looks like. So you can actually just form the polynomial. They already give it to you the quadratic factor. Okay, I don't need to care about the quadratic factor, but I know that, okay, they tell me the coefficient for the x cube is 4, so it's 4x cubed, and then if I write the 4x squared bx plus c, so it means it has to conform to this format.
The c is -3. They say the constant term is.
Alright, well then it's a quadratic equation.
Yeah. Isn't it a polynomial?
Yep. Yeah, I mean you will end up with you will end up with simultaneous equations, because you need to find your a and b, which is also your p and q r later on.
Yeah.
But anyway, so from this question you should start with this understanding. Okay, so y is equal to 4x cubed plus ax squared plus bx minus 3, and then because of this, and then it says when x plus 1 is a factor, then good, x plus 1 is a factor, so x plus 1 is a factor. So what does this tell you? So x equals to -1. If you put into this, you will get y equals to 0.
Wait.
Because it's a factor, so you put it in, you get 0. Why? You don't understand?
Wait.
It's okay if you don't understand.
Okay.
So they say x plus 1 is a factor. What's the meaning of a factor?
That means it can, if you like multiply something with a factor, then you can get the y, or you can divide y with x plus also.
Okay, so you see, okay, in fact why I want to have face-to-face lesson is because I know that via Zoom it's hard to communicate somehow. Okay, a lot of students, they just knock their head yes, but in the end, no. Okay, they don't get what I want them to get. You know? Okay, they think they have. Not only you, a lot of students, they thought they know, but anyway they don't. Okay, anyway, it's okay. So I want you to think of polynomial every single time as you can use long division, by comparison, and what else? And
You mean the theorem?
think of this. So now, I don't know what I need to do, but can I ask you, can you use long division? I don't think so, because you have two unknowns here. if you put the dividend, I mean if you put this dividend,
You can't because you don't know A and B. Actually,
this is the factor, right?
I tried
So
to
you use long division,
the-
it doesn't work,
I
right?
tried to use the remainder theorem actually.
Oh, I don't want to talk about remainder theorem or factor theorem because I find that I don't want. Okay, you see, I don't want to teach you how yet. I want to tell you why first, because if you don't understand why, and then you just say, oh, this is the way. Why? This is the way. Don't ask me. Don't ask me. This is the way. Like the question just now. Do you remember the question PDF? Like the part 1, part 2, part 3. The part 1, part 2, part 3. You just say, I don't know. I just know that you have to y equals. I mean, you have to draw the y equals to 8. I ask you why you don't know. You remember?
Yeah.
You remember?
I
You just say,
I just
yeah.
know.
You just know, yeah. Now, if I ask you why you draw y equals to 8, you make use of the simultaneous equation graphical method concept.
Yes.
The equation 1, equation 2 concept, right?
Yes.
We are doing that, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So you can. I mean, if I give you something else next time, let's say instead of this is the question, right? So let's say I can give you anything actually. I give you this. Can you solve? Yes, because you just need to ask yourself, compare this question to this. So seems like you need another x squared, and then you need plus x, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you just move this to the other side. This will be your equation 2. Then you just need to draw your equation 2. Right?
Okay.
Understand?
Yes.
Okay, good. So you will not say, oh, I just know it, but without knowing why. So same thing. Long division doesn't work. Comparison, maybe, not sure. But I think you can make use of this.
I use comparison, but I could only find the B and R. I could not find Q.
Never mind. So let's look at whether we can use this. Okay. Before we use this, so we need to put this into this format. I call it the equation format. So you have the divisor, then the quotient, and then the remainder. Now, I don't need to tell you the name of each term. So if I put this into this format, this is my dividend, right? Then my x plus 1. So I'm going to have a quotient and then I have a remainder. Right? If I'm using this as a factor.
Okay.
Very clear? So now ask yourself a question. It says this is a factor.
Okay.
So if this is a factor, what's going to happen to your remainder?
Oh, 0.
0.
Because-
Okay, good. Very good. So this is the understanding, huh? This is the understanding. But you don't assume the remainder is 0 without the question says so. Okay?
Okay.
Okay, so always write R first. And if you have more information about R, then you put the value to the R. Sometimes the remainder will be 1. So depends. Okay? So good. So now, with this, I think you can do something. Why I say so? So, you can put, this is the right hand side, this is the left hand side, right? So, you put x equals to -1 into the right hand side. What do you get?
You get 0.
Okay, good, very good. So let me just get it to the slide. So trying to do this part. So -1 plus 1, q plus 0. This will be 0. 0 times q is 0, so it's 0. So RHS is 0. Okay? So I do the same thing for, since you put the x equals to -1 to the RHS, so you need to put the x equals to -1 to the LHS as well.
So you came to the conclusion that x equals to -1 because x plus 1 is a vector.
Yes. Yes.
So you can do that if
Yes.
you say it's a vector.
Yes. So since x plus 1 is a factor. No, I did not make a conclusion about that. Oh, okay, yeah. Since x plus 1 is a factor, so x equals to negative 1, will leave a remainder of 0. Alright? So this is the so-called, not assumption, this is the fact.
So x plus 1, if x plus 1 is not a factor, and then you just tell, oh, you multiplied by x plus 1, you get a remainder.
Something.
So can you take that x equals negative 1, or you cannot?
You can. So they will say, okay, x plus 1 is not a factor, so divide by x plus 1, there is a remainder of 2.
2, yeah.
So therefore you need to put a 2 here instead.
Okay.
Okay? Then you sub your
then
negative 1 into it, then your
2.
RHS is 2.
Okay.
Get it? Get it? Okay, good. So I sub x equals to negative 1 into the left hand side now. I have done the right hand side on the left hand side. So what do you get?
Negative. So it's like, yeah.
Yeah, so it's negative 4, then plus a, negative b, minus 3.
Yeah.
So this is your left hand side. So can you see that your RHS is 0, and then the LHS is this, so that means you can just now LHS is equal to RHS, right? So in fact you can equate this already.
Negative 4 plus a minus b equals minus 3.
Right?
Yes.
You should end up with this. Then of course you continue. So it's negative 7. So I think a minus b is equal to 7.
7.
That's the first equation you found. I say, right, you should end up with a quadratic equation. No, simultaneous equation. 2 equations.
Okay.
So you can solve your a and b. So this is part 1. So this is the step you need to show. Then now this PDF.
So right now what we're
Okay, good.
trying to find.
So now here you can do this now. It will leaves a remainder of negative 20 when divided by x equal x minus 1.
Yeah.
So I make use of this. I do the same thing. RHS and then LHS.
So right now what are we trying to find? Like you get the
A and B.
two equations.
A and B.
Find A and B.
So
Okay.
the question is, can you tell me the question once again?
It's given that fx leaves a remainder of negative 20.
X minus 1 remainder minus 20.
Yes.
Can you tell me the dividend?
The dividend is
4x cubed plus ax squared minus plus bx plus minus 3.
yes. Actually, you wrote A and B. I wrote Y and A.
Anyway, it's okay.
Yeah. It's just
Y and A?
Yeah.
You cannot use Y and A anymore. Y is here. Use any other letter. You don't use letters that is I call this restricted letters.
I wrote fx though.
Oh, okay, good. So try to use x and y. They are pretty reserved, by the way.
Okay.
Okay. So please use
A and B.
IJK if you want. Okay. So good. So what this means is, so since x minus 1, since this y divided by x minus 1 leaves a remainder of minus 20. Okay, then you can actually conclude that this dividend. By the way, I'm using, and this is the quotient, and then it will leave a remainder. Okay, so this is your RHS. Yeah, I'm not going to tell you LHS and RHS anymore from today onwards. So what you do? Sub
x equals y.
equals to 1 into RHS first. Okay, so
Why
you
can't you
get
just like can't you just say sub x equals 1 into RHS and LHS? Then that way you don't have to do
again. I didn't catch your previous statement.
like you can say sub x equals 1 into RHS and LHS. Then you can do both of them at the same time.
You can. Yes, you are right. Okay, but I'm just afraid that if I jump too far ahead and you didn't catch.
Oh no, it's fine.
Good, fine. Okay, good. So I find that RHS is equal to negative 20, then LHS is equal to 1, so it's 4. 1 is A, B minus 3. So 1 plus A plus B. So if you equate these two, you will get A plus B equals to negative 20. So you can find A and B now. Then you can get your dividend now.
So the previous time you found
A minus B equals to 7.
okay, so
Yeah, so you can actually quickly use your calculator. Your calculator is powerful enough for you to solve simultaneous equation. You know that?
I don't know how to do simultaneous equation in my calculator.
Oh, actually I have video about that. Anyway, you go to equations.
Okay.
Which one looks like 1?
1.
Yeah, so you key in. So you see 2 rows, right? So what you key in is you key in 1, 1, minus 20. You key in 1, negative 1, and 7. Then they will give you A and 1. A and B.
The C is negative 20.
Yeah. Next row, 1,
1.
negative 1, and 7. Then they will give you the A and B straight away. Yeah. Okay. Tell me, right? X is equal to. So in this case is B. Negative 13 by 2. B is
negative 27 by 2.
done. So that's it. So you have found the dividend already, right?
Yeah.
So if you found the dividend, I think you can get your P, the rest already, right?
Yeah.
Okay. In fact, this dividend doesn't look very nice to me. You know what I can actually do?
Multiply by 2.
If you multiply by 2, right, actually you have increased it 2 times. That's also not very nice. Right? You cannot, I mean, you are given $2 and then somehow you just times 2. What? I mean, I will ask you, where do you get the times 2 from?
Oh.
Okay? Okay, so you can't. So,
Actually,
what I have answered, by the way. Yes.
I think, I don't know, like what I would do is change the decimal place.
Okay, solve. 0, right?
Yes.
Then I think you can solve.
So then you equate the equation like
So
this.
hence solve this. Okay, so this find the value of PQR. So the quadratic factor is this.
Right?
Yeah.
So then you use the equation you like simplify, I guess. Can you go back
So
to the
you just get your dividend, then you use the okay, what do you say? Like
okay. Okay. But then how do you get the but then here they have 4x to the power of 3, right? Then they ask you
which question you're talking about?
this one, part 1.
Part 1. Find the values of PQR. How do you find PQR?
So x plus 1 is a factor.
So now you can use the okay. So
Okay,
that means
so this multiplied by this equal to that, right? The p.
so hold on
squared.
I think you are right, but hold on just write it down first. So you are having this what's this? Minus 3, right? They say when x plus 1 is a factor multiplied by the qx square, right? Plus
px.
Oh, sorry.
Px squared plus qx plus r.
Okay, hold on px squared plus qx
Plus r.
plus r.
Will
So
equal
we'll
the-
give yes. So use comparison.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Use comparison.
Yeah. That's
Because
right.
you have your A and B already, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So you just
So
use
then
comparison.
substitute it, then after that you find here.
Open up. Then you have
Expand.
the
Then by comparison.
by comparison, yes.
PQR.
Then you get your PQR. And then for the solve part is even easier because you already get AB, so you just
So then you just
you use
equal
your-
it, equate it to 0.
equal to 0, so x plus 1 is equal to 0, then this whole thing is equal to 0. Px squared plus qx plus r is equal to 0.
Okay.
Okay? And you can use your calculator to double check all the x value because your calculator is powerful enough to solve cubic, which is this. You equate to 0.
Wait. Can you go back to the previous slide?
Okay, hold on, just
So then, how do you get the px squared? So then you just
I thought you already tell me how you get PQR.
yeah. So then
Yeah.
you substitute. So then they say fx equals 0.
Yeah, x
So
is
then-
equal to 0, yeah.
Why don't you just use the
You can use this.
4x?
I don't know the P, but you will get the P. I don't know the Q, you will get the Q. So just Just solve this and this.
Okay.
Which part? Okay, I don't understand your question actually.
So then they say fx. So fx is equal to this, right? The
Fx equal to 0, right? No, you're talking about which part? Part 1 or part 2?
Part 2.
Part 2. So basically you are doing part 2. For part 2 you just do this.
But then why did you say like px squared plus qx plus r equals 0? I thought fx must equal 4x cubed plus.
Hold on. This is your dividend.
Yeah.
This is the polynomial. This polynomial can be factorized into this based on the statement from the question.
Okay.
So now they say fx is equal to 0, right? So when fx is equal to 0, so it means this is equal to 0, or this is equal to 0, or this is equal to 0. Meaning, if I tell you fx is equal to 2x, x squared plus 2x plus 1, this is your fx. If I ask you to find fx is equal to 0, right? What do? You factorize this first.
Okay, I understand. So you said that. Oh.
That's why I'm showing this.
So then you use the x plus 1 equals 0, then you find the x equals to -1. You substitute the x equals -1 into the px squared.
No, hold on. Can I ask you first thing? You need to find out your p and q and r, right?
Yeah.
You will find out, right?
Yes.
Right, good. Imagine PQR is so they ask you to solve this, right?
Yes.
Equal to 0, right? So you just get it into 0, get this into 0, then solve this accordingly, solve this accordingly.
Okay.
Yeah. Alright? Alright?
So then after you solve both of them,
Then you get x.
Okay.
You get x equals to -1 here, and then you get x something, because of this project equation.
Okay. So then what
Then
you do?
that's the answers.
Oh, so
for part 2.
you got 3 answers.
Yes.
Then you can just use the calculator also.
That's for you to check. They are not say that. I say you
Yeah.
get. Okay, good.
But-
Part 3.
Can't you do that at first?
Yeah, you can, but you don't get marks.
Oh.
You don't get marks. I mean, you get 3 marks. I mean, you don't get marks because you never show anything. You cannot just say by calculator.
Okay.
Last part. They say f negative x, right?
Yes. Equals 0.
So basically, your this is not
So this will become
negative x.
negative x.
Yeah. So instead of x, you need to find negative x. Okay? But anyway, you already know that it will simplify to this format. Right? So instead of x, you just replace the x with negative x.
Okay.
So x, instead of x, so now it's 2x squared, right? I assume it's 2, okay? So it's okay. So I assume it's 1x, so it becomes -x. Then you just solve this equate it to 0, then you solve. Okay?
So then when you negative x squared, it becomes 2x.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That part is the normal math calculation already.
Okay.
So if over here is a, then you just replace with by a. No? Are you sure? Yeah?
Yes.
Okay, good. So let's move to this part. This is the part I want to talk about a lot.
Actually, I
5.
I did this.
What's your first step?
This one.
This part.
5. Oh, it's here.
Yeah. Wrong. This is a common mistake.
Oh. Great.
Good. You make all the common mistake during your no, I mean not in your test, which is good.
this is good. Oh.
You don't want to make mistake during the real test, right?
No.
Yeah.
Yes. No.
Oh yes, okay, good,
No.
fine. Okay, good. So in fact, we talk about the partial fractions, the case 1, case 2, case 3, right? In fact, there is this very, very important part is,
Oh wait, you had to use partial fractions to this?
yeah.
Wow. Okay,
But anyway, I still think that you miss up something, man. Anyway, never mind. I find that, right? I find that, okay, I can't blame you for that. Okay, you think that you have grasped something, but I always have something more to say. No,
Okay.
not enough. Or more than that.
Okay.
You understand that? You understand that?
Yes.
Okay. So just listen first.
But then like
So the
there's
case
so
1,
much-
case 2.
There's
Okay.
like so much stuff in AMX. Like
Yeah.
how do you know like this?
No, you
concept
won't know until you have practiced enough.
was-
It's just like I don't know what I don't know, unless someone tells me. You don't know what you don't know, right?
Yeah.
Unless someone tells you, right? It's like okay, so something more, right? Right. Okay, good. So it means I want you to realize what I want you to realize is our limitations. Okay, we don't know what we don't know. Let me just get the partial fraction thing out first. Partial fraction formula. No, I don't need this. So always put your this side by side. Okay, by the way, before you do the partial fraction, right? Before you do the partial fraction, I think the first thing you do first is always ask yourself, what's the degree on top?
Degree
3. What's the degree below? 2. So this is considered an improper fraction. You know what's the improper fraction, right? That means 3/2 is an improper fraction. So you need to get it into a
One.
proper fraction or mixed number. Similarly, this is an improper fraction, so the first step you do is how do you get this into, okay, how do you get the improper fraction into a proper fraction?
Because it's a 2 is 1 whole.
This is 1. You can do it this way, right?
Yes.
Okay, so same thing, you do long division.
Oh.
So what I'm trying to say is, if you are given this x squared minus 4, and then if you have x squared above, you don't assume that, oh, this is my, let me continue. You factorize first, right? Once you factorize, then you tell me, oh, this is case 1, this is also case 1. Oh, let me just pick case 1. And then you continue to say, oh, a, x minus 2 plus b, x plus 2. Wrong. Because this is degree 2, this is degree 2, degree 2, this is also degree 2. If both are degree 2, this is an improper fraction.
That's why there's no degree 2 on the numerator when you look at it.
No, actually it's degree 2.
Yeah.
No, it's degree 2.
Yeah, I know. But
Okay.
when you look at the
Oh, when
Sure.
you have this, right? Okay, you just observe. You just observe all these. They are both proper fractions.
yes.
Meaning, below is x to the power of 2, above is x to the power of 1.
1.
Here is x to the power of 3. This is x to the power of 1. Then this is x to the power of 2, or can be 3, but this is x power. So these are all proper fractions. So what I'm trying to say is, if you have improper fraction, you have to get it into proper fraction before you use the table here.
Okay.
Then you'll make the same mistake next time, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so what did I say?
Always remember to see if the degree of x is higher in the numerator or
So make sure it's a proper fraction before you use the table.
okay. So to make it into a proper fraction, you must divide.
Use long division.
Yes. Yes. And divide then.
Okay, so let me just quickly do it. So it's x3 minus 4x. So the very good habit to do is, yeah, okay, so minus 1 plus, so minus plus is 3x. Oh, more interesting thing happened here.
Oh, no.
Can you see that this will cancel this, and then this will cancel this, so you are left with minus x squared plus 1. Right?
Yes.
Then you just times what? Minus 1. Minus 1.
Yeah.
Minus 1, then
Is
minus x squared
square
plus
plus
4. If you plus 1, you cannot get rid of the x squared.
Negative 3.
Yeah, so it's no, if you plus 1, right, it doesn't work because you cannot get rid of the x squared. So it should be minus 1.
Yeah.
Alright? So it's plus. Don't force your way, let the working tell you what to do. Alright? So this one you cancel, minus,
-3.
so it's negative 3. Okay, good. So how do you put this into that?
So x squared minus 4 times x plus 1.
Okay, make use of
x
this.
minus 1.
Make use of this
Yeah.
to tell you how you should.
Actually,
put
I
it
wrote it
into-
on top here.
Mm.
Same thing. So I can just see on top.
Alright, good. So always make use of this to. I also don't memorize the format. I just let this inform me on the spot. So my this x cubed minus x2 minus 4x plus 1 is equal to 2 times 4. Can you see 2 times 4?
Yes.
2 times 4, that means this times this. So it's x
Minus
squared this times my x minus 1 minus the 3. Right?
Yes.
That's not all. That's not all. You have to get it into this format. So, can you see this is this by using the long division?
Yes.
Right? Then what I need to do? So they say, oh, not only I need this one, but no. What I'm trying to say is, once you use the long division, you get into this equation format, right? But now the next step is, can you see that this one has to divide by x squared over 4? So you divide by x squared over 4 on the left hand side. So if you divide x squared over 4 on the left hand side, you also need to divide by the x squared over 4 on the right hand side. So what do you get from the right hand side?
On the right hand side.
Then you need to simplify, right?
Yeah. Actually, you can just divide the x squared minus 4 over here.
You are right, but I'm not sure if you are fully right. Okay, never mind. So let's continue. So this divide,
Yes.
you will end up with x minus 1, right? Then for the second term, you will get this. Okay, done. So can you see that you get the question already? You get your ABC, or not yet?
Yeah, the C is the C. You can see the C because C is 3.
I think you can get all already.
A is 1.
Comparison.
B is -1.
Okay? Okay, can? Then how do you do the partial fraction? Now you can do partial fraction, right? Why? Because it's proper fraction already.
Yes.
So A is 1, like you say. So B is minus 1. Then C is minus 3.
Yes.
Minus 3, yeah? Minus 3, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, good. So now I can continue to partial fraction this. Do you need to do partial fraction of x? No.
No.
Do you do for mine? No. So you just need to do partial fraction. So you just need to do partial fraction for this term. You can okay, C is minus 3. Therefore, I need to do something. So it's minus 3 above, then x squared. Okay? Okay? So I need to do partial fraction for this. So how do I do partial fraction for this? Then I need to get it into this format. Factorize first.
X squared minus 2 plus x. So x plus 2 times x minus 2.
Good. And then how do you do partial fraction for this? A above.
Yeah. B by x minus 2.
Okay?
Okay.
Then continue.
Then A plus A and B. You have to find A and B.
Yep. So I think you have no problem for this. Do you know why I use case 1, right?
Linear.
Yeah, linear, yeah.
Because x
Yeah.
power 1.
So I can quickly just do x minus 2 here. Right? So you have ax minus 2a above plus bx plus 2b, and you have this x plus 2. I'm doing for the right hand side now.
Yes.
Okay? Then of course then you can actually get the ax plus bx. Then you have this plus 2b minus 2a. I'm just doing it here. Done. So your this thing, ax plus bx. Do you have an x term here? There is no x term. So you assume it's 0x. So it's 0x. So a plus b is equal to 0. Okay, then after that 2b minus 2a minus 3, right? So by solving these simultaneous equations, you can use your calculator. When you use your calculator, be careful. The a must be put in front.
Okay.
Okay.
I wouldn't have thought of this whole method.
Which method?
Like that, this partial fraction did inside the partial fraction is, like this ax plus bx equals 0x. I wouldn't have thought that.
You need to. You know why? Because that's called comparison, right?
Yes.
Comparison means you need to compare similar term. And then the question here is, hey, I don't have the x term. How do I compare? It's not there doesn't mean it doesn't exist. It's at 0. It's just like you cannot see anything in the air. Actually, there are a lot of small particles there.
Yeah.
Right? So you get this? Yeah, then you use your
Kind of.
I mean the most important thing is you need to rearrange such that A comes first, then B next, then A comes first, B next.
Wait. So in a calculator, then how do you do it in a calculator?
So you key in the coefficient of all these things.
So 2a, negative 2a,
Negative
plus
2.
2b.
Plus 2,
Plus
negative
2.
3. 1, 1, 0. Go. Do it. Or you can do the 1, 1, 0 first.
Wait, I still don't understand. How do you...
Go to the simultaneous equation. You have two rows, right?
Yeah, the 2.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
So the first row is 1, 1, 0. The coefficient of A is 1, right? The coefficient of B is 1, right?
Yeah.
Then 0 is the right hand side. Then the second row, the coefficient of A is minus 2, right? Then the coefficient for B is plus 2, right? Then the right hand side is minus 3.
I did it.
Yeah.
X equals 3 by 4.
Hey, hold on. A is equal to 3 by 4. B is equal to?
3 by... negative 3 by 4.
Good. So that's the... So this is the simplest form.
Then what about C?
No, we don't care about C. I tell you why. So ax plus b is these
Wait,
two.
did we already find the answer to that? Yeah, we found
Hold
the
on,
answer of A and B and C.
I am going one step further without you realizing it already. So this whole thing, right? This whole thing is the answer for part 1.
Yeah.
I am going one step further.
To find
Partial fraction. So this whole thing will become this. Because I don't need to do partial fraction for these two.
Yeah.
So I will end up with A is 3 over 4. So it's 3 over 4 x plus 2 minus. Do you know how I get the 4 over 2, I mean 3 over 4 into the A? And it looks like this thing. So that means if I go one step further, part 2, partial fraction, then this is the answer. Because my A is 3 over 4. So I replace my A equals to 3 over 4. My B is negative 3 over 4. So how do I get it into this nice format? Do you know or not?
No.
Okay. I think your brain is burning.
Huh?
Your brain is burning.
Yeah.
Okay, good. So 3 over 4, x plus 2. So 3 over 4 is on top, which is the numerator. You times 1 over 1 plus 2.
Why these times?
You don't understand? You don't understand? You don't understand? So basically, if you have 2, right, over 5, right? 2 over 5 means 2 times 1 over 5.
Yes.
So therefore,
Oh, okay.
I take it out and then, so therefore I get what? 3 over 4 x plus 2. That's what I get. Okay?
Okay.
So similarly, for this one, negative 3 over 4 times, over this. So I just take the 3 over 4 out times the 1 over x minus 2. So therefore I get
Okay.
okay. Okay.
Okay.
But actually the most important part is long division. Why? Because this is improper.
Improper.
So make it from improper to proper before partial fraction. Always. If it's proper, you don't have to do anything. Okay? So improper to proper before partial fraction. So how? Long division. Okay? Use long division, which is here. Right?
Yes.
So long division, you get this format.
Okay.
But you get the red part only. Long division, you will get the red part.
Yes, then the below
Okay.
part is
The below part is because they want in this format.
here.
That's why I divide by the x squared minus 4 below on the left. When you divide on the left, you also need to divide it on the right. Right?
Okay.
So once you do all this, right, then you left and right, then you continue, then you will end up with this. Right?
Correct.
So once you end up this, right, then you can give the ABC to part 1.
Okay.
Okay? But I have gone a step further. Part 2 is partial fraction. Right? So this one you don't need to do partial fraction. You just need to do partial fraction for this. So that's why I do partial fraction for this. So how do I get this A and B? This part, which you did not realize. There is no x term, but anyway, you have to somehow give it a 0x.
Okay.
Right? Yeah. So yeah, the rest I think it should be quite comfortable.
This one I did.
But
Then start.
what's that? Okay.
Then
So this one, right? I want you to open the bracket and then just compare left and right.
that's what I did.
Then let me double check. I'm not good at
Yeah, correcting you told me.
spotting mistakes.
But actually should be easy for you. Maybe I did it in the wrong way or something.
Okay, what I realize here, right? I see a square root 3 and square root 2 term, and then over is square root 6 term, right? So that means you somehow need to combine this square root 2 and 3.
Yes, that's what I also thought.
Yeah. So let me see. Sorry, half x plus 2x. 2 square root 3 minus.
1 square root 2.
This one, right?
Yeah.
This one. So right, then you open the bracket. By the way, you shouldn't make mistakes like here, because if you make mistake here, I can't save you. So this is square root 3x for the first arrow. This I'm talking about this arrow. This is the second arrow.
Yeah.
So half x this, then is half square root to 2x. Okay, then plus I'm talking about here. So it's 2x square root 3, then over is minus square root 2 x. Okay, then you have let me see, x, right? Can you see x?
Yeah, everything has x.
Everything has x. Wow. Can you combine the x? I think so. Square root 3x minus square root 2x is 2 square root 3x minus square root 2x. Okay, good. Can you see the x? Take out the common factor x.
X bracket square root 3 square 2 by 2 by 3.
Okay?
Okay.
I think you can combine similar term.
Like the 3, yeah. I think that's what I did.
Good. So combine similar term. So you end up with 3 square root 3. This is minus 0.5 square root 2 minus, so it's minus 1.5 square root 2. Okay? Good. Then next step. Open up.
So it'll be 3x squared 3, then negative 1.5 x square root 2.
What they have? Can you launch your this?
Okay.
They have 25
Equals 25 plus 5 square root 6.
square root 6. So your this 25 plus 5 square root 6, you can get it to square root 3 and square root 2, right?
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So how? Can you times okay, hold on. So I get 3x, I get this. So
Can you like square the whole? That's what I did. I square to take away this the square root. But then actually I don't think that's the correct way.
Okay. I see a common factor 5. I take out this is 5 plus square root 6. Then okay, this question is interesting.
Wait, I thought you already knew how to do the question.
I don't.
You just put it there.
I'm not sure if I've copied the entire question over.
Oh.
Okay, but anyway, the okay, for me, right, the more important thing is not the answer. The more important thing is the approach, the thinking process. So if you can do this right, then yeah, it's quite good. Okay, so if you can reach this step, okay, I think it's quite good. But of course, then the next part is I go back and double check whether I've copied the entire question correctly. Maybe they have part 1 and part 2. Okay. Then I think time's up. So
I did.
The rest.
I found the answer for these two questions. For question 1, I think this one. I found out this.
Yep.
And then this one, I don't know how I got
Part 2 or part
2. Part 2 and part 1.
Which part you have problems?
Not really. I just wanted to check.
Yeah, good. So I want you to go back and PDF this. So you put it in the you send it to me so that you can refer to this next time around.
Okay.
Then you don't have to do this. Okay. This is okay. This is good. This part is simultaneous equations. Question 6. This is simultaneous equations. They want to find A and K. You get your A and K, or you get your A and B. Oh no, this is 6i, right?
Oh, then I found B. Wait, B is the K.
Are you doing this question?
Yeah, it's this one. Wait.
No, looks so complicated. Oh, your 6i is this. Okay, sorry, you're doing this. Okay, good. Yours is correct. Then using the value find the thing. This is the question now. They say lines completely below the line this, right? This is making use of the concept just now. I mean at the early beginning of our lessons. Can you tell me what is A and B?
A is -4 and B is 5.
They say lies completely below the line. So this below the line, this below the line. Which line? Below the line y equals to 1 minus 4x, right?
So
So
below the curve.
what this means is this curve, right, is below the line of this. So below means something like this.
Okay.
First thing first, this is a not happy face. This line is come down. So meaning what? When these two below means what? No
No roots.
roots. So no roots means b square minus 4ac smaller than
Smaller than
0. So how do you get your ABC? Combine these two together. Right?
Okay.
Right?
Yes.
So basically you will end up with this minus 4x squared plus 5x minus 1. This one, right?
Yes.
You bring it over is plus 4x. Then minus 1 equals to 0. So you get your ABC. From there. Right? Group them together, then you bring your ABC, then you just continue to solve. Then you can find the set of value. Yeah. Actually, when they say find the set of value of x, right? So, yeah.
So there will be more than
Yeah.
1x.
Correct.
Wait. But then like when you find okay. So okay. If not, I just show the working. So
Actually, right, you can use the technology to help you out to check really if these two they are not touching. You just key the curve in, then you key the straight line in, then you can get the whether they are touching each other or not. Never mind, we can quickly just what's the quadratic one?
So it's -4x squared.
Negative 4x squared?
No, sorry, 4x squared.
No, it's negative 4x squared, right?
But then they say negative times -4 is 4. -ax squared.
Very good. So it's negative. So it's
Positive 4.
positive 4. Okay, 4x squared.
Plus 5x.
No, I'm so confused. No, your this one is still okay. Your 4 is okay. I think you are wrong already. You compare your this to your this. Compare. What's your A?
A is 4.
Or negative 4.
It's 4 because the negative sign is
Then
okay.
so still negative 4x. Right? Give it to me. Minus 4x squared and then
5x minus 1.
plus 5x minus 1, right?
Yes.
Okay, what is the straight line?
The straight line is 1 minus 4x.
1 minus 4x.
Yes. It's intersecting.
Yeah, it's intersecting. But they want you to find this. So find the set of value which the curve lies completely below. So we cannot make use of that
Graph.
discriminant.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
So basically, they want you to find out what is this two intersection point.
Okay. So how do you do that? Like you.
Hold on, ah. So they want you to find out this intersection point and then this intersection point. So that means the set of value is between this range.
Okay. So you must the answer.
I think you can use the discriminant. Yeah, you use the discriminant.
So you can
So between the range of, you read here, the root is 0.25
and 2.
and 2. So it's between 0.25 to 2. The is line completely below.
Oh. So that's the answer. If the answer is the inequality.
So I hope you get the answer like between 1.25, right?
Yeah. And 2.
Okay, check. Go back and do this and help me check if you get this.
Okay.
Okay? Okay, yeah, so that's about it.
Okay.
Okay, so